And then, listen, all I know is we never saw the cat again, but we were living off the most fantastic home-style Chinese leftovers I'd ever had.
Was it delicious, though?
It was perfect.
Yummy.
Wow.
I like the other Dave joke better.
Yeah. What's the difference between a bad joke and a dad joke?
What's
With
the
a dad
difference,
joke,
Hero?
the punchline is apparent. Waka waka waka. It's Thursday. That can only mean one thing. It's also 9 o'clock. So that can only mean one thing. Figure Action is here.
My kid's in bed.
On you, well, your kid's in bed. Joe's kid's in bed too.
Hope it's not in bed with my kid.
T-Man, it's 9 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Watch your kids.
I don't know. Half of them are grown as of yesterday. You got one more to turn 18.
And that's when you're buying the steaks.
Or I'm going to make them buy.
Ooh. Get out of my house and buy me a steak dinner. That's the show title right there. Anyway, welcome to Figure Action. If you're here watching us live on YouTube, 1, thank you. 2, make sure you pop into that live chat. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Kielbasa slam that like button. And hit that notification bell, because you never know when we're going to go live or upload bonus content. Joining me tonight is the usual cast of characters, Sans one parts former, who's on vacation tonight. But with me, we've got Mr. Joe Crab.
Hey,
You know him. You love him. You probably clicked on his videos. T-Man 978. And, of course, photographer extraordinaire and amateur customizer, True Star Screamer.
I'm taking bookings. I'm taking bookings.
And before we get into the how you doings and the hauls,
I'm doing great. How are you?
We'll get to that. Normally I'm dead last, but we'll get to that. I just want to remind everybody, if you don't know, if you don't have your tickets, TFCon in Reston, Virginia is less than 1 month away. And
official countdown tonight.
Yeah. So we're all going to be there. We hope you're there. And if you are there, make sure to come up, say hi, have a drink with us, and get your official Figure Action trading card. And Joe has been working on something really cool. It was a meme, and now it's reality. Joe, what can they do?
They can. Well, not yet. Don't jump the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll send the link out, but we will have very shortly. We will have some officially unofficial Figure Action T-shirts for everyone to enjoy.
And if you rock those T-shirts at the TFCon, I will sign your trading card.
There you
Now,
go.
we already had the deal where if you get the trading card, you get the free drink, right?
From Henry Pake.
From Henry. So if they have the trading card and a Figure Action T-shirt, what are we going to do?
We got to figure that out.
Pick is going to be cussing a bunch of people out because he doesn't even know.
I never agreed to this. And that's when T comes in and says, well, I never agreed to mow your lawn.
Right.
And that serves him right for not watching our show, or else he would know about this, right?
Exactly. He'd be in the loop. So I guess we'll probably have those up with plenty of time to get your official, unofficial Figure Action shirt prior to TFCon. And we are going on the low end of the pricing. I actually ordered one of the prototype shirts tonight, and it came out to about $14 shipped through Teespring. So
our pricing's like my humor.
Yeah, it's low and yeah. Anyway, let's get into the hauls and the how you doings. We'll start with Mr. Joe Crab. How you doing? And what'd you get this week?
I'm doing great. It's a little light haul, last minute. T-Man and Parts Former were the gave me the reviews that I was waiting for, in-hand reviews of the McFarlane My Hero Academias. So I picked up a Midoriya. I think T-Man has Midoriya. and I think I'm the only one so far that decided to go with the Bakugo. But I got to say, I'm pretty impressed. It's a big improvement over the Saitama.
Rooting for All Might because I saw him tonight.
I looked at All Might. The paint was really sloppy on the one I looked at, and then I also looked at the Tomura Shigaraki.
Yeah.
And the paint was horrendous. I mean, it looked like a 5-year-old with like Parkinson's painted that. It was terrible. So
I saw all three, and I agree. I could not pull the trigger on them.
yeah, like this, like the Midori is not too bad. Really, the only spot that I thought was bad is right here at the cuff. The white is like bleeding up onto the arm. But other than that, it's pretty daggone good. I mean, it's. I was worried that they were going to have like the exact same articulation as that Saitama, which that Saitama is like for $20, $22. It's not worth it. If you can get it on sale, I think I saw some people were posting, $7 clearance or something like that. That's perfect. That's the perfect price. But these, I don't feel bad paying $20 for these. I think they made a big improvement. I'd like to see more faces and more hands. Or a little bit better, more exchangeable effects, like easier to move the effects around. Yeah. But other than that, I mean,
that's on new ground for McFarlane. Like, they basically, they're used to making what you see is what you get.
I feel like they're still trying to talk him into approving more articulation. It's like it seems like they come out with some extra articulation and they hear good things, and then it's like, okay, well, let's go a little bit further with it.
Yeah,
he's probably like wanting to go the opposite direction.
Yeah,
remember he said he doesn't want them to touch their own butt or kiss their own butt. My Midori, the teat is yours. Pop off real easy like this.
If I try to do crazy ab crunches, yeah, but it takes a lot of force to pull up.
No, mine's like pops off.
Well, I was once I heard that they were going to do an amazing Yamaguchi one. I was like, okay.
Is that official? They're doing amazing Yamaguchi?
I think they are. Yeah.
It's a hunch.
You know what though? Ever since where'd that guy go? Where'd that Jazz?
I know you don't like your Deathstroke.
No, I got rid of that thing. No, I can't find it. But the Jazzwares stuff, if I can't help but like wonder if they got. I know they don't want to have too many people with the license of this stuff, but maybe if they did My Hero, but if they did all of like the alternate.
Costume. Jazzwares. If Jazzwares was doing My Hero,
that would be freaking awesome.
Take my money.
Jazzwares do more lines that I actually give a shit about because I really didn't care about the Fortnite stuff
or Roblox.
Oh, they're doing Roblox.
Hey, that's probably generating revenue for them.
It probably is. I mean, it's popular. We're old, and it's a thing that old people don't understand.
Kids love them.
Kids love
them. I remember that Jazzware and McFarlane have Fortnite. That's rare.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think it's kind of cool when a company is willing to license out their property to multiple, multiple manufacturers, multiple companies. Because it's like in the case of Toy Biz, right? I really wish that it's cool that Super 7 and NECA both have the Turtles license. I just wish that Toy Biz allowed the collector's grade stuff to be more commercially available than what it is. Because it's cool. Playmates makes the lines that they do. They're aimed at a specific audience, but they need to understand that Super 7 and NECA aren't competing with their core audience.
Well, NECA got around that, so that's why NECA is over in the DVD section next to the horror movies. Yeah, I know the kids aren't going to be going there.
Yeah, they did, but I mean, just the fact that they're not allowed to meet the demand, with the supply.
Super 7 is online only too, right?
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: like those NECA turtles, I still see them out there. They're doing a slow bleed.
Yeah, I saw them restock the Leonardo.
I think anybody who wants them has gotten them. I think they've done just enough so they're not shelf warming.
Yeah. Now, did you say
so?
Shelf
you know what?
Or shelf warming?
Oh, really?
I got it. Well, we'll segue there. True Star Screamer, how the hell are you? And I understand you have a massive haul.
This is a whole lot of stuff decided to show up at once, and still there's a little bit more coming. I don't know how I've gotten away with it this week. Where to start?
So basically,
GameStop, man. My GameStop came through.
You did not tell your wife?
Well, the boxes still showed up. Anyway, my GameStop definitely showed up this week for me. Almost all my pre-orders decided to come in, and so I got the Punisher variant, which is abso-freaking-lutely awesome. He's actually got the Killmonger pants. He's got that Netflix torso, but he's got the Electro arms, or the ones that we used on Scourge.
Killmonger and then he's the Netflix pants.
Okay, well, either way. But he's got the arms from Scourge and enough weapons to make me very happy. I mean, I got a pistol, you got the automatic rifle, and I got a sniper rifle. So this is just good to arm up all your various characters. But if you still need more weapons for your Marvel Legends, Agent Anti-Venom came out as well, which is just a straight repaint of Agent Venom, but still has all the weapons. And this is a really cool figure. I love my Agent Venom, and it's in the Venom packaging, which I think is pretty neat. I almost don't want to take it out. Almost. It's coming out.
I was going to say, how else would you photograph it?
Exactly. And then go pre-orders. We got Goldar.
So wait, you're saying go pre-orders. Did they do a pre-order for the reissue?
No, this was my Goldar finally showed up.
Oh, the one you ordered online.
I ordered it in my store, but yeah.
Oh, shit.
So
okay.
Goldar showed up. I then also got the first, I can't remember if I showed this guys to you last week, but I did get the red pack of the red Space, Power Ranger Space, and the Psycho Ranger. Wait, I think I did show this to you guys last week. But that doesn't matter, because then I also got the blue Psycho Ranger.
Did I tag you on an Instagram post where Did I tag you in an Instagram post where the actual Psycho Red Ranger got his figures?
Yes. Yeah, dude, that guy's ripped.
Yeah.
Then I got my red Beast Morphers Ranger, which I got at a discount due to a news break.
A chill news break?
Exactly. Couldn't resist. Got yet another 30-minute missions guy. And then today I went to a local hobby shop looking for weapons packs, and they didn't have those, so I bought 2 Gundam weapons packs. So this guy is currently packing a huge Gatling. Plus I got freaking swords, rifles. So pretty much if you've got a 30-minute mission, you can use any of the 1/140 scale Gundam weapons for those. And then finally, really, this is it, the last one. I got my ultimate laser shot Predator. And this is the most gorgeous, gaudy 90s thing NECA has put out yet.
I thought it was making that noise Joe was making.
But this is an homage to the Kenner Predator line. So they took that Predator design and threw it on one of theirs, and I got it. I know I'm gonna have to hit this guy with a hair dryer first, but he's got like a light up eye. He's got just so much crap. I can't. I hope he'll fit on the shelf.
Did you ever get that that vehicle that they came out with for the NECA Predators? The one that was
I've looked at it. I have no place for it in my room, but I've been kind of eyeing this knockoff version of the Predator throne. So, and I think I'm pretty much, I mean it this time, done with my Predators for a while. And then tomorrow, Figure Arts Vega is supposed to show up.
Nice. I'm waiting to get that. Waiting
Get on Amazon.
It is on Amazon, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if Patience will save pockets.
Oh, the price drop on that.
Yeah, like
or Barnes and Noble discounts.
Well, he hasn't shown up in Barnes and Noble yet. Barnes and Noble actually, it doesn't seem like at least the one we go to has been stocking any Street Fighter stuff as of late.
Yeah. Well, they've been having that Sakura.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Which
She's
is still
been there for a year.
Yeah, she's still my favorite of all of the Street Fighter figure arts.
She's so nice. She showed up twice.
I think I like Chun-Li better than her.
Really? I think Sakura or Sakura, however you want to say it. I think she just has the better legs out of the two. Like Chun-Li has like the same issues I have with Cammy, where she's kind of like that fake butt and the gappy butt. Whereas with Sakura, they do a better job of making everything a little bit. I don't want to say it's seamless, but
you like your butts tighter. Just admit it.
Yeah, I like my butts tighter. I mean, Rainbow Mika has the best butt out of them all. But
you got both things.
Yeah, that's what I need to do this weekend is get all my Street Fighter stuff on display. Finally.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere totally different with that joke.
Hey. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt that says butts right now.
I was gonna say, your girl should watch her back.
Yeah, well, her backside. That's what she should be watching. Anyway, before we deviate,
Zero, how are you?
Oh, okay. Well, go with me. I'm doing freaking fantastic. I'm glad to be wrapping this work week up. It's been a long week.
Oh, the camera gets to go on you.
It does. I'm special like that. Yeah, I actually a cool thing today. I actually have a second office and a second cubicle, and I only have to go into Baltimore 2 days a week now. So I'm very happy about that. Had a lot of late nights the past week with work, and I do apologize to anybody that was expecting an unboxing on Friday. It just got away from me. I've been very busy. But I'll go ahead and show you what I would have been unboxing, and it really wouldn't have wowed anybody. And that is the Gravitas, or I guess that's Gravitas and Erebus. They're MMC's IDW Guzzle, and I don't really think he appeared too often, but IDW Braun, and they're okay. I know, wow, right? I wanted this set for Guzzle, and I love MMC, but these guys are just kind of the most meh. Like, they're built well, the transformations are fun, they can't hold their rifles worth crap. Like, there's no way for these to securely tab in. Well, really? Now it's actually on camera. There it goes. But there's no way for the rifles to securely tab into their hands. And, I mean, Guzzle looks the part, but he doesn't have wrist rotate. Neither of them have wrist rotation. They both have a cool gimmick. It's mainly meant for Guzzle, but they rip in half so you can recreate the scene where Guzzle died in Overlord's hands. And it sucks because they have all the other necessary articulation, but they have big chunky hands. I don't understand why they couldn't fit a wrist swivel in there, even if they had to put the hands.
I love it how Overlord's body count is actually getting all figures.
Yeah, right.
They got that Make Toys squished one.
Yeah. Flat Stacks, I think, is what it was, like Moss Toys' last official release. I got a really cool accessory in for my MP36 Plus, which is the Professor Heisenberg Tyrant Sword. This is a really cool accessory if you have a Masterpiece Megatron and you want to recreate the toy look. I absolutely love this sword. It's made really well. One of the coolest things about it is it will actually fit on his back. There's a slot here on both Megatron's back, and they put a tab right here. And I don't know why you would want to store it. Maybe T-Man might have some ideas as far as like why you would want Megatron to have a sword sheathed on his back, but you can securely, very, very securely put it on his back. And this chrome is super nice, super adorable chrome. Really like this. If you have the toy version, definitely pick it up. And if you want more accessories for your Megatron, I really think it's worth your time. Next up, I finally got myself a Goldar. I heard rumors that this guy was showing up, getting restocked at GameStop, and thankfully I came right as the clerk was putting them out. And I have to say that this is my favorite Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure so far, and that he's really well done. And even if you're just a casual fan of Mighty Morphin, this guy is just a super cool action figure. I can't recommend him enough. The only gripe I have with him is his hands, like the alternate hands. Like, I think that this should have been a pointing hand instead of the closed fist, because I think that the holding hand is closed enough that it does the same thing. The look is negligible. But I remember Goldar like pointing a lot, like he's over animated, like ooh. And then I wish that this open hand was opposite of his sword holding hand. So I wish that this was a left hand rather than the right hand. But otherwise, damn near perfect figure. Maybe could have.
I got a weird nitpick on this guy, actually.
What's the nitpick?
I think he should have had an alternate back for the.
For no wings.
For no wings, of actually having those weird little peg things that he had.
Yeah, maybe they'll do a secondary release. They'll probably do a 2-pack with Rito. That's probably how we'll get Rito.
Ooh.
Second to last, I don't normally buy Marvel Legends, but when I do, I got the Endgame War Machine, and he is really cool. Dave kind of made me want him, and he's big, he's hefty. I wish that, again, the hands. I wish that he had maybe 2 closed fists, and I wish that he could. If he didn't have the 2 closed hands, I wish he had like the open hands. But otherwise, really, really cool figure. Maybe could have dealt with like a waist joint here. He's got a diaphragm joint. He doesn't really get much of an ab crunch. But still, really cool figure. I have him with my Astrobots. And last, but certainly not least, I joined the club, and I got a 30-minute missions blue Alto, or Alto, however you want to say it. And this was a really fun build, really cheap kit, $13. I got the weapons pack with them. And of course, I have mine customized up. You can see I put a 0 decal on there on the shoulders. And this has been one of the coolest little model kits I've put together in a really long time. And that's coming from somebody that's put together 2 of the Flame Toys kits and really enjoyed both of those. So
we can't stop building them at my house. My daughter's helped me out with a number of them.
Yeah, and you know what else I like too about them, and that makes them really accessible, is that the way the pieces are on the sprues, like they're in sequential order. Like, you know, you don't normally see that with Bandai model kits.
And on one sheet.
Mm-hmm. All right. Last.
And I said, once you start getting more of those weapons kits, it gets bad.
Actually, before I wrap it up, the coolest piece of the weapon kit that, or at least I think is the coolest piece, is the Merle Dixon knife hand.
Actually, you know how you make that cooler?
You do the sword instead?
No. Give me 1 second here. Better. Yeah, you take the blade and the axe, and you make it into a hand scythe like the Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah, and that's a good idea.
That's what I got for my Char one. Just to make it look that much more vicious. So
I'm surprised you haven't taken a Gundam marker to that yet, Dave.
I did a little panel lining on them, but I don't know. Half the fun of these is the fact of how simple they are.
Gotcha.
No time.
There's
There we
that too. I've built 3 of these things, yet I still only built 1 lion for my Voltron, my mini play Voltron.
Well, that's because you got to paint them.
So if it's called a 30-minute mission, how long will it take me to build it?
15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe the first time, 35.
This is me we're talking about.
This is the best if you want to be a casual in getting into models. These are the best to get. Honestly, if you just want to be a straight casual guy,
And
I really can't.
Nate Simmons is asking where we got these at, and I mean for T and I, it's been Barnes and Noble. Is that where you're getting them, Dave?
I got my first one from Barnes and Noble. The rest I got from Amazon, which the base model kits were still at $15. So they are overcharging for the weapons packs on there. Those things
They are horrible.
Yeah, there was my weapons kit was I think $4.99 at Barnes and Noble.
$4.99, and then you get if you got your 10% off.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they're charging you $10 for one of those weapons kits, there's a problem.
I always use T's Barnes and Noble, and I must get that. You don't look like a Tavari.
Yeah.
Speaking of T, it looks like he's pretty anxious to tell us how he is and what he got this week.
Hi, everybody. I am great. I got way more toys than I even realized. I have Overwatch McCree because of the GameStop Pro Days. And this week has been so long, that feels like 2 weeks ago, to be honest. But I got McCree, and I got Genji and Hansel and Genji. Matt, the bot supplier, randomly sent me Spider-Woman here. And now, let me get to it. I found Rescue randomly at Walmart the other day. Extra Zero picked up Night Monkey for me so I can finish this gold thing in there for some crazy reason. Like Joe got, and Parts Woman got him too. No, he didn't. Parts Woman got All Might. People want me to review that. And now Parts Woman is on vacation, so I can't even borrow it. Well, I like him more after I did the review. The worst paint area for me that Joe didn't mention are those hands. They look like they painted it with regular house paint to me. I got these 2 amiibo. I got Goldar, like everybody else, and he is spectacular. That was probably the least complaining review I've ever done. I barely had anything to complain about. I don't even know if I did complain.
Wait, does yours have app crunch, like outside the diaphragm?
Yeah, you got to force it. I mean, the diaphragm moves so well that you don't even realize that you're not using the app crunch. But the weakest thing to me for him is the outward motion on the hips, but he's freaking Goldar.
Yeah, they're ball joints.
He wasn't doing like jump kicks or anything from what I can remember. And then I also got a sword from Extra Zero, but I put it on Optimus right here just to be different. And I'm going to put up this video, but I talked about it in the toy hunt. But this company, Numbskull, sent me these tubs with these cosplaying rubber duckies right here. And he thinks that he's Spyro right here. And the other one thinks that he's Spyro's enemy, Ripto. I'm going to finish editing this after we do the show, and I'll probably have it up in the morning. It's a short video you can watch really quick.
It's a duck. It's rubber. It looks like somebody else.
Yeah. And that's that. That's all I got.
All right. I also got those amiibo, as well as I got Ivysaur and Bulb and Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Tomorrow,
I don't know if I'm glad I got I'm glad I got out of Overwatch, or sad that I got out of Overwatch to not take advantage of that sale.
Yeah, that sale. I took him back. I bought him when he was 40% off, and then they went to 50% off the next day. And I was like, what the? I wouldn't have even got it if I'd known that. So I guess whatever code the guy did to take the extra 10% off, it was still active, and he rang this guy up. So I got him for about $3 cheaper than I should.
Nice.
With their $22.
Mm-hmm. 23. It was $22.99.
$22.99, yeah.
But I paid like 21 something.
Right on. All right. Well, let's get into some news. Joe, if you could actually help me out and share my screen here.
Sure.
And get an update on the current numbers for Unicron. So we have until October 6th for this guy to get funded. So that's less than 2 weeks now.
Did all those canceled Zetas make a difference?
Yikes.
Yeah,
I heard people cancel some of these.
Yeah, so what's been interesting is this number has been hovering around, and I didn't know people could actually cancel. I thought once you were locked in, you were locked in. So it had been opened up to Europe, and the numbers jumped a little bit, but we're still really 2,300 shy. I'm sorry, yeah, 2,300 shy of hitting that crowdfunding goal. So with that being said, I'm kind of wondering whether or not this guy's actually even going to get made. You know, a lot of people think that there's going to be a Hail Mary, that they're going to allocate a large number of those to retailers, both domestic, European, and Asian. I think Hasbro really wants to get this thing made, and they're determined to. What do you guys think is going to happen?
I think a lot of people think it's literally too big to fail.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they really, if they're looking at it, it'd be kind of bad PR if the Cookie Monster fails and then this fails back to back like that. But I think it's why they're really like trying to push and give it. They'll probably extend it.
Yeah.
Again, when's the new deadline?
Well, it's October 6th.
They'll probably extend it again.
Yeah, they and that may be their ace in the hole. So we'll just keep doing extensions.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, listening to you know some of Bobby Skullface's commentary on it, you know, the things that he's been saying is that you know that they don't want to stray away from the terms of the crowdfunding, you know, because if they're disingenuous at all, this really won't look good for the cause of crowdfunding. Going back in there, Nate Simmons says that Show Z and who else did he say? Yeah, TF Express opened up the pre-orders for the Zeta again. And TF Fan Page said that apparently there's a lot of pre-orders unaccounted for from sites. Also, apparently it's TF Fan Page's birthday, so very happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how many are actually going to go to the sites. If it's 5 per user, are they going to do something special for the Chosen Prime, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source? You know, how many could they actually give to them? How many would they want?
Well, there's give, and then there's, oh, you need to buy these if you want us to keep selling you stuff.
Right.
I don't like to be the cynical one. I mean, hell, I've just shelled out how much to Hasbro this week. But
probably enough for Unicron.
No.
Currently, looking at the BBTS price, they are buying them and then putting on a little bit extra for you to buy them through BBTS.
Right. But the question is, though, are they making these guys buy this? Like, if you want us to still give you your discount, you got to buy a certain number of Unicrons.
Well, not only that, but telling them that they can't sell the Zeta one. And I'd be willing to bet that in the cases of BBTS, they're probably getting them for lower than what the crowdfunding price is. I'm willing to bet that they're setting their own price so they can make the max revenue off of it. I mean, because it's not going to be something that's going to fly off the shelf, to be honest, and it's going to take up a lot of their warehouse space. I mean, think about how many complete waves of Marvel Legends they could fit where one Unicron box would sit. I mean, they could probably sit. I don't know how big the box for Unicron is going to be, but if I had to guess, you could probably set, I don't know, maybe 36 Marvel Legends boxes in place, of one Unicron.
All I just know is the price of one Unicron is about the cost of 5 cases of Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
The new iPhone.
No, the new iPhone I think is like 2 Unicrons.
Buy yourself a Galaxy.
Oh, I don't have.
It does everything an iPhone does except a year before it.
Yeah, I got a Note 4.
Right.
I'm a Note 9. I mean,
I'm stuck on this ecosystem, and to be honest, I don't like the Android UI.
In the words of Paik, you're part of the problem.
I like how the price of Unicron is going to be like a new unit of like, oh, that's going to cost you 2.5 Unicrons.
You know what? In a way, that is more true. That is true.
I do know that like we replaced our washing machine recently, and like when we were replacing it, I was like, man, that's the price of Unicron. And that thought unironically came through my head.
People are like, man, that Zero does awfully well for himself. He must bring down a lot of Unicron.
Yeah. But just thinking of all the Unicrons I could buy for my mortgage payment. It's a lot
I could buy 1.5. I could buy 1.5.
You got a nice mortgage payment.
I bought my house 10 years ago, and I live in North Carolina.
I know. But yeah, I wouldn't say cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic that this is going to happen because I really want to see an official Unicron that scale come out. I'd love to own one. So
I am a complete cynic. If you haven't figured out yet,
I know. I figured it out like the first day I met you.
But we were talking about the canceling.
Yeah.
I am almost wondering if Transformer fans are going to pull a Solo the movie on Unicron.
Elaborate on that one for me.
Well, the reason Solo tanked is because people said they weren't going to watch Solo even just before it came out.
Yeah.
And it turned out Solo was a decent movie, and dang it, I kind of wanted my follow-up with Darth Maul and all, but we're never going to get that. I think with the whole Zeta thing, some people would be like, you know what? If I can't get the Unicron I want, no one's going to get the Unicron they want. And even this could be the most awesome Hasbro-made Transformer ever. It could be all $500 worth of stuff that we want. The Galvatron gets polished up and looks fantastic. There's electronics we don't know about. It's got an Orson Welles voice chip in there. Whatever. Whatever.
I just
but
think
people,
the Zeta
but
one,
because they did that, they'll just make it tank.
I think the Zeta one is like that idiot in a horror movie that causes the things that you didn't want to happen. Like I like Zeta, I really do. Their Superion and the Bruticus are great figures. I like them a lot, but they should have just waited. They should have waited. They should have let the crowdfunding happen, and then anybody that said Unicron was too expensive or I couldn't afford it, they come out and then they appeal to those people. And not to mention release a product in the interim, and then anybody that wanted both could have both. And my plan was I wanted the Zeta one and I wanted the Hasbro one. I wanted to have one in planet mode and one in robot mode. Probably have the Hasbro one in planet mode and the Zeta one in robot mode, because that's how, in my opinion, I think they display better.
Oh, you know, it'd be hilarious. What if Toy World then comes out with a Unicron after Zeta's gets shelved?
That would be great and hilarious. But I doubt. Well, actually, no, I take that back, because like whoever's doing the movie stuff for Toy World, they are very good when it comes in the world of sculpting. They're pretty good. And notice that it's interesting that Toy World's been like they haven't been trying to tick Hasbro's boxes or not tick their boxes, but just tick them off in general. After that whole incident on Taobao, where they referred to the Bumblebee movie Prime as Optimus Prime on some of the listings, they've been like quiet. They haven't gone away, but they've been quiet, and they know not to kick the hornet's nest. And that's exactly what Zeta did. I think we're kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but when third party exists, they're not really direct competition with Hasbro. But when they're offering up a Unicron that's undercutting the cost and in some people's eyes, a better sculpt for the robot mode,
Oh yeah.
All I know is third party needs to become a reality TV show.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about third party was I liked third party when I got the impression that third party was filling in the holes in my collection. And when third party was offering things that's like, man, I'd really like a Cliff Jumper. Where's Cliff Jumper at? Where's Jazz at? Why aren't they making this? And then they have the solution. And now it's like, oh, Hasbro's
and
hot
then
rod.
they made Predaking.
Yeah. Then they made Predaking.
And the other guy made Predaking.
Yeah.
And the other guy made Predaking.
Megatron or Hoist or Trailbreaker, or remember when the first one was Inferno, when everybody was doing an Inferno, it was the most tiring thing.
Moist.
Then Takara just smacked them all.
Yeah. Now, if people don't like the toon aesthetic, it is what it is. But I think that Inferno and Grapple are like the best of the best of their toy aesthetic figures.
I agree.
All right, so moving in to a bit more news. This is a figure I still don't think I'm going to get, but I have to say looks fantastic. I'll go ahead and I'll share out again here.
Joe, give him his screen. Thank you.
Yeah. So King Poseidon, aka Piranacon, that's the combined mode, and holy crap, is that a very cohesive looking combiner.
They have the same legs and same arms.
Yeah, but no, they're not exactly the same.
Yeah, that's two of the shark guys on his legs, and that's two of the those are two sea wings for his arms.
Are they both sea wing? Because it looks like they're different there.
I do not see the what's her name? The Tentakill?
Yeah, but that's supposed to be the gun.
No, Nautilator is supposed to be the gun.
I think they still haven't revealed all of them yet.
Yeah. I'll say the Star Convoy looks pretty crappy, to be honest. But even if they're using, repeat limbs here, I still think as a combiner, this looks good. I like the fact that they're using chrome.
Oh, if that came out 3 years ago.
Oh, it would have knocked everybody's socks off. I think the feet look good. The hands look good. It just, to me, it doesn't really interest me at all. It looks nice. I'd prefer to have something, in a larger scale.
Well, it's also the fact that it's the Combiner Wars stuff, and we got Siege stuff out now. That's a totally different level.
Yeah,
there's still people that still have Combiner Wars, and they're waiting for this to come out.
I still have mine. I haven't sold mine off yet, but it's just like I look at them and I look at the Siege, and it's just there is a gap.
Yeah, and I agree. It's definitely a gap in quality. Had some rumored upcoming releases come out. Want to get you guys' thoughts on this. And again, it's unconfirmed whether or not these are going to be Siege or the next line. Talking to Joe earlier, we kind of think this is going to be like the next line, maybe Earth Wars is what they'll call it. But the 2020 Generations listing, we got the Micromaster Hot Rod Patrol, Military Patrol, but a Deluxe Cliff Jumper, Deluxe Wheeljack, Hoist, Ironworks, an Earth version of Starscream, a Voyager version of Grapple, and a Leader Optimus with trailer. Not pictured here. We'll get into this next, but this same listing also revealed a MP49 Cliff Jumper. And this comes from the Southern Hobby website, whom was determined to be reputable in the past. I don't know who made that determination, but I'm going to read that on the boards.
So maybe 50 is going to be Jazz.
Maybe 50 will be Jazz. Or Beast Wars 2 Galvatron. Hard to say. What do you guys make of this? Do you think that they're going to go to Earth? I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, they're going to go to Earth. I've been feeling like they're. Were you talking, Joe?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be like Earth War, like he said, Earth Wars or something like that. But
that's what they're leading up to, because it seems like they're vaguely redoing G1.
Yeah. I feel like they vaguely redid G1 with Combiner Wars, though, and I've personally found these Cybertronian alt modes to be refreshing because it was, we're retread of G1, but I liked it,
Well, that and the character selection. I mean, if we were going to be going, we finally get our Tetrajets.
And good ones.
We get great Tetrajets. If I was kind of hoping that we were going to get a Cybertronian Wheeljack or at least a Cybertronian Bumblebee, just to kind of scratch that more than meets the eye itch properly.
I thought Wheeljack was coming to you, but it sounded like he's coming to the sequel. I guess they probably didn't have enough time to put him into Siege.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm hoping we get Cybertronian versions of them, because we get the Cybertronian Prowl, which if we were going to go to Earth, I would rather have gotten Prowl in an Earth mode, to be honest.
Yeah.
Plus Barricade, Blue Streak, Sunstreak, all those.
Right?
Huh?
Are we still getting a Netflix War for Cybertron series?
We are.
Hopefully.
Man.
So I'm wondering if it's going to be like Siege, something like Earth War or something like that, and then maybe something back on Cybertron, because it is War for
Cybertron.
Yeah, so they can't just go to Earth and stay on Earth, right?
But then again, Astro's train's turning into a freaking train, which a train is a 100% Earth train.
It's a space train.
I just got
an uncircumcised space shuttle.
Yeah.
They're calling it War for Cybertron because they're going to do all their regular stuff.
They'll do false.
Then go back to Cybertron, and that's when Unicron comes.
Because Unicron won't come until 2021, so they could definitely have the appropriate branding.
And he's going to be Cybertron.
I totally forgot this during my haul, and this is related now. Due to a buying error, I now have an extra War for Cybertron Siege Thundercracker.
What?
Phantom Purple.
Because I didn't realize I had already bought it. So I'm going to do a giveaway right here with the people that are in a chat right now.
What?
We're going to do a little trivia. Let's see how much people are paying attention to me. So the trivia question is, when I was a boy, what toy did my mom throw in the trash because she was scared of it? This is in last episode.
I know this one.
First one to say it in the comments right now wins Thundercracker.
So a lot of people want Thundercracker right now.
They want them, but they don't know the answer. They're all going back to last week's episode right now watching.
And we got one. It's not Chucky, but
I
it's
don't remember that either.
Oh, there we go. Nightwing.
Nightwing and them.
I'm gonna give it to you. It was a my buddy. Your buddy.
It's a my buddy. It's a my buddy. I won. Look, I got it. Look, I got it. I snatched it from Joe.
Wait a minute. How did you transform it that fast? This is like a paradox here.
Yeah,
All right.
And, Nate says Teddy Ruxpin.
Hey,
I had a Teddy Ruxpin.
you take a Teddy Ruxpin, you pop out that tape, and you flip it. You put in a Black Sabbath album. Oh.
All right, Nightwing. I think if you have me on Facebook, message me on Facebook or message Figure Action on Facebook. We'll get your information.
I think our email is in the description.
FigureActionPodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
Or if you can't get hold of them, message me, and I'll get you over to Joe.
Or he's going to show up at TFCon. If you're going to be at TFCon, he can hand it to you there.
No one wants to wait that.
No. Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, postages these days probably will take the same amount of time.
Well, I don't know. That was like the fastest contest turnaround ever. So congratulations to Nightwing. Let's
pays off because he's here every week.
and see. This is why it pays to be in that live chat.
That's right. It literally pays.
All right, moving on. We got some new Fans Toys painted prototypes.
Fans Toys.
I actually like this.
And yeah, I'm in that same boat. So first up, and let me make sure I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, pull it out.
Sharing your screen.
Sharing the screen. We got.
Not him.
Oh, come on! I'm actually excited for this. So, Fans Toys 31B Magnum. It's their Wild Rider. Am I looking forward to transforming him? No, I'm not. Am I looking forward to having him in hand and posing him as a robot? Yes, I am. He also looks like he's suffering from the same issue that their breakdown has, where he has acidol, as in no acidol. But I think he looks really, really good, to be honest with you. And I think as a trio there, they look really, really good. As for
when it comes to Fans Toys, fun is never a factor.
No, it never is. And you know, it's. I think comparing this and the Zeta this and the X-Trans bots as apples and oranges. Like I honestly think that they're going to be too big to be a combiner. I think that they're better for the individual robots. That's where I'm going. And if you are happy with your X-Trans bots, I am happy for you because I enjoy them as well. So we also have the one that I think T's excited for more than the others, and this is their FT30B Iceman, which is air raid, and I think he looks okay. I mean, the cockpit definitely, there's some really cool detailing going on in there.
Oh, that robot looks spectacular.
And I also love the fact that these are all named after Top Gun characters. The plane mode looks good too. It doesn't look like there's too much undercarriage there. I mean, the chest they kept, but it looks like, you know, from the side it cleans up pretty good.
So, are the Fan Toys people that make the figures, they're foreign, but the people that come up with
yeah, I guess so.
fiction is United States or English speaking.
I know we've been trying to get Lazy Aza on for a minute, and yeah, he works with MMC primarily, but that's a question I'd have for him. Like, how does the naming work when you're working with these foreign companies? Like, how do they do it? You know, is it somebody who's doing like the coloring and the artwork? Do they come up with the names? You know, how exactly does this work?
Somebody was complaining about, they was like, where's his neck?
I mean, I think the most.
I can't tell if he has double jointed elbows either.
Yeah, I can't tell. To me, it just looks like he's wearing like suspenders and no shirt. Like he's got like Daisy Dukes and suspenders and no shirt.
Well, it was the 80s.
Wow, he's been you just ruined him for me. I mean,
I can't unsee it now.
Like
His
he's got
boobs are
like
covered up.
yeah, and he's got like the simple Jack haircut.
Oh, with
Well,
and a Tropic Thunder and a Tropic Thunder reference to boot.
Yeah, I really drove this one. Well, yeah, you weren't going to buy it anyway, Dave.
Oh, I know, because I like to have fun with my stuff, and if you got fans toys aren't toys, ironically enough.
I mean, I'm not going to fight you on that, but them's fighting words for some.
Depending on the character or the figure.
Yeah.
It's only about 3 of them that you can consider toys.
I only have some of the Dinobots, so I know they're fun.
Yeah, the Dinobots are the main ones, especially Grinder for me.
Yeah, the Grimlock's my favorite. So let's get into some non.
I did pre-order Braun. I think he comes out next month. We might actually see him at. I should have just waited till TFCon. We might actually see him at TFCon.
Cancel the pre-order.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, I got it through Baba Booey.
No,
so it's probably going to be a better price anyway.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Baba Booey. Howard Stern's penis. Baba Booey.
This comment got held back because they separated cock and pit.
So.
Oh.
What is this?
So Bandai and Warhammer have teamed up, and
that's called printing money.
Yeah. So what is this? Is this an 8-inch scale? 7-inch scale figure. So yeah, they're doing Space Marines now. Starting with this Polaris figure, and
he's gonna get remade into Cobra Commander.
No, but he's gonna get repainted at the ass with a lot of accessories.
If you don't know what Warhammer is,
yeah.
Are you T-Man? Are you familiar with Warhammer 40K?
Only the name.
I have no idea what that is.
Dave, take it away.
It's been going on since the late 80s. It's a very big miniature strategy game. And people dump hundreds and hundreds of dollars into miniatures and paints and all. There's video games, the Dawn of War series, but the miniature game is huge. And of course, you've got the Space Marines, which of those Space Marines, that one's blue. There's about 12 to 15 different Space Marine armies that each have their own color scheme and decals to go through. And that's just a grunt. That's not even a character. Plus, then they've got the other alien races and their armies. If Bandai is doing this, and we know how hobbyists are, this is worse than people making, like an army of, making like a squadron of Zakus and Gundams. They're printing money with this. Pure, plain and simple. That's in the heart shell.
Yeah. I mean, given how Bandai is, I'm surprised, and maybe it would have been like treading on the territory of Warhammer. I'm surprised they didn't make this a model kit.
That isn't a model kit?
No, this is this mass-produced figure.
I heard they were making model kits of those. That's why.
Yeah. Now, it would make more sense for them to do model kits, but
maybe just not yet.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of these are like that's like a soldier. That's like a guy in a mech suit, but a lot of these actually look like mechs. They're genetically altered soldiers. Think of it like the Gears of War guys, but like on bigger steroids. Okay.
And here's some of like the other Warhammer characters.
Oh,
In fact, right by my house, there's a store. It's just called Warhammer, and there's a lot of games workshops around as well. And like they stay in business. It's a pretty big Pretty big
I've
deal.
seen one of them stores.
Well, next time you guys are over,
I go in there and I'm always disappointed. Like, these are real toys.
actually, we can step back to Transformers real quick. So there's something I forgot to discuss in our news. Boom. X-Transbots.
Oh, yeah.
Their toy versions. They've gone back and they're showing off the toy version of Menasor. I think it actually looks good. Not my. I don't have the space and I don't have the desire to have a third Menasor, but I think that this looks pretty damn good.
As long as it doesn't live up to his name, because it's X-Transbots, I'd be all over that.
X-Transbots is better than I think people are giving them credit for these days.
Have you heard about the windshields that have been happening on on the sports car one?
I own all of them.
And I heard their windshields are shattering or cracking.
Not on mine.
People transform their toys with hammers nowadays.
Yeah.
Only Bolt Matrix did.
And that figure survived. He actually brought it to the meetup. I got a picture with him. Actually, I'll see if I can find it in the interim. So I did throw in what I want to call some Dave news in the in the docket. Hey, we talked about this guy not too long ago, and that is the because you're talking about Storm doing Fatal Fury, and I asked, where's Terry Bogard? Well, Storm actually delivered. So they're doing a King of Fighters Terry Bogard.
Pre-ordered.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks really good.
His proportions are accurate because look at those long legs.
I actually have the D-Arts Terry Bogard.
The other thing I have to say about this too is that I love, and again I'm talking good about Storm Collectibles. So what's going on with that elbow there? Is that his ponytail that long?
Yeah, that's his ponytail.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I do love the bold colors they went with here. I mean that scheme really pops and it looks really really
effect part.
Multiple effects.
Yeah, we'll go over here.
The D-Arts came with those too.
Speaking of Storm, Dave, did you pre-order the Lobo?
Not yet. I haven't pre-ordered the Lobo or the Bane, but that Lobo, holy shit!
Yeah, that was the next thing on the docket here.
It's like between $100 and $120.
Yeah, it's got like it's metal.
Yeah, he comes with a cigar face, a cigar accessory, metal chains.
Nightwing and Maxes. Do you have any Star Wars news?
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there because we can't not talk about Force Friday.
Don't you?
Oh my God! Look at the veins on that. I mean, wait, that did not sound right.
It did not.
Look at the sculpting there on the gun.
Yeah. Can you zoom in on his main vein?
There you go.
All right.
That belt buckle, I mean, seriously, that is the most metal figure I have seen yet.
Alternate hair.
The bottom one looks like the Undertaker.
A little bit, yeah. Has anybody seen those speaking of Undertaker, the Ghostbusters WWE figures?
I saw those today, actually. They're only priced like $15.
Yeah, it gets me like, I guess they're trying to milk that Ghostbusters license anywhere they can do it before Hasbro takes over.
Yep.
Because they had Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, and
I looked at the boxes on the top shelf, and I didn't even bother grabbing them to look at them because I didn't care.
I mean, Not going to fault you there.
I mean, I'm not spending the money on them. I don't have the space for something for a novelty, but it's for what it is. I think it's done well. I mean, I said all the parts come out really good.
And
the wrestler selection isn't that bad, and I think it cohesively works for the theme.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm trying to find that picture with the Bumblebee. I found one where it's I found the picture of oh god, Deluxe shooting Jay-Z. I don't think that's appropriate for YouTube. Here it is.
The picture.
Here, let me copy the image address and I'll put it in there. The famous Bumblebee that was smashed by the hammer.
Oh.
So yeah, that was the last meetup we had where Bolt showed up. Got to get one of those back on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that Bumblebee actually did survive his hammer. All right, so Force Friday is coming up. Is anybody excited?
I get to buy another raid. I got three of them already.
Yeah. Oh, there's also Mezco talking Chucky and Annabelle up for pre-order replicas. But I think we can skip past those. We're not really known for replicas. Let's get into the Black Series stuff first, because I think that's probably what our core audience really cares about.
I think only one figure I may get.
Here, we'll go in here. So the first figure that you may get is possibly the one that I might be excited about. The Cal Kestis from the Fallen Order game. That's the one I want.
I just like the boxes.
Man,
every time I change those boxes, that just tricks me into wanting.
This is kind of funny because there's really no difference between this first edition and the regular Black Series one.
In a way, that's a good thing. You buy those boxes, you keep those boxes mint and sealed box, open up the second edition, and you don't have to feel angsty.
Yeah, I like how his little droid appears to have articulation. It's the only thing that really bums me out is that they didn't do any digital face paint on this at all.
It might look better in person. You never know.
Well, I hope it does. I was actually a pretty big fan of the show Shameless, and Cameron Monaghan, who's a lot of people know him as Jay from Gotham, but on the show Shameless, he's Ian Gallagher, and his likeness. He's mocapped, and they digitized him for the game. So it would have been nice if they got his exact likeness down for the toy.
I don't know. It looks good to me when I zoom in. I've never seen this.
Yeah, I don't know who this character is or what she's from. Whether she's from The Mandalorian or Rise of Skywalker.
Probably Mandalorian.
Yeah, she looks like she'd fit into The Mandalorian. We have the Grand Wizard, First Order, Elite Snowtrooper. Yeah.
Side note, I shot one of those in Red Dead Redemption. It was very satisfying.
Yeah, wow, they really made this. So is this?
I thought that said NASA on it.
Yeah. The First Order Jet Trooper. Yeah. Carbonized graphite. Okay. Of course, we get another First Order Stormtrooper. It looks like he comes with a good amount of accessories, which is good for any troop builders.
And he has a thicker body, I think.
Yeah. Actually, it probably looks like it's a straight reissue of the one that came in the 2-pack.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
You finally get your trader.
I picked up a 2-pack for about $7.
I don't know who this character is.
She's from the new movie.
Okay.
She's gonna be flying with Finn.
So we got an off-world Jawa. I guess it's the Jawa in black. So none of this. I mean, really, I've only seen one thing that I'm in for. Purge Storm. You know, he's going to be in it for like 1 second.
The Jawa never had stuff.
We've got Ashamed Ray. This is the best box shot they could pick.
That Ray actually went on Twitter and read all the comments.
I mean, she looks very ashamed. I mean, that's a better picture, but still, like here, it's like, what happened to the digital face paint? This looks like.
No, it looks better. I've seen better pictures of her. She looks really good.
And there's the moneymaker.
Yeah, so this is the one that you're in for, Dave, right?
This one and the Mandalorian. The Inquisitor.
I like the white boxes. They look like they really pop.
Now, is that Inquisitor? Do you think that's from the video game, or do you think that's a carryover from Rebels?
That's a good question.
Because if that's in the frickin' movie, please?
No, that's the game. That's on the box.
Now, this looks cool. This metallic trooper. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Where is that going to be? So,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Target. I mean, it's red. Target.
Maybe it'll be a red card exclusive.
Yeah, because like here, like okay, I see where it's saying like carbonized graphite. I guess those are going to be metallic. You can see like a graphite kind of finish on there. Because this one looks more like a matte, but not a McCardle.
Or a parts former.
Yeah. Yeah, that metallic one, that one looks badass. Then we got, I don't know why they painted the details there red. It seems like they're doing that on everything. It's probably based off of like concept art for his helmets welded together. And again, like Ray, he looks ashamed to be in that box. And then it looks like he comes with a hood accessory. That cape just kind of looks really off.
Why couldn't they give him soft goods again?
Yeah, I know. And then the Mandalorian, which looks friggin' fantastic.
That's also the one I'm definitely buying.
And this carbonized graphite where he's shiny. Yeah, that's gonna have to be one I get. I freaking love it. This rifle looks like the rifle Boba Fett had in the Star Wars holiday special.
You think that's?
I may just take the cape off of this guy and put him on that other Kylo.
And Night Williams says the second sister was in Rebels.
Have they said whether the Mandalorian is a male or female yet?
It's a male.
Oh, it's a guy. Oh, here's the thing. They actually they've shown who the actor is. Yeah. But in the show, they're going to kind of be pulling a Judge Dredd of him never taking his helmet off.
I think that's for the best.
I thought they were pulling a Metroid where you never know that Samus is a female to the end.
Takes off the helmet and just to tick off 0 at the last episode, the Mandalorian takes off the helmet and it's Brie Larson.
Oh, fuck you.
We will hear him scream across the nation.
Yeah.
You will.
You will have an aneurysm.
Don't joke about that. Now this I have to have. I don't know that I can wait for Target to put this on their double special secret clearance. But I got to have a Luke X-Wing helmet.
I've actually seen commercials for this, like with grown-ups.
Yeah. This looks really good.
You'll be starting the day you get that helmet, you'll be starting the podcast. Red 5, checking in.
And last, they're also reissuing the Kylo Ren lightsaber, which I do have. The only difference with this one is it comes with a better actual functional stand.
I kind of want that. I have a Vader one.
Yeah, you should get it. It's cool. The one for Force Awakens, the stand that it comes with is useless. But that stand actually is it looks like it's going to be at least halfway decent. So that's it for Black Series. We won't run through like the stuff that's meant for like the real little ones, but I do want to run through the vintage Star Wars stuff real quick. Unless anybody in the chat wants to see any of the kiddie stuff. But we'll go through. We'll just run through this real quick because there's some cool stuff in here, and I appreciate some of the retro packaging. It looks like we're going to get a lot of gold figures for whatever reason.
Gold figures.
At least they're painted and not just done in like the non-GPS gold plastic.
A lot of those playset things have been at Walmart already.
Yeah, and they're street dated too. So moving into
show up at 12 o'clock at night and find someone who doesn't give a damn about their job.
I don't think Walmart cares.
No.
The boxes say it, but I think once you open it, that's it. Somebody opened it and the man scanned it with his little scanner and had the price.
And I think they're available on Hasbro Toy Shop, or I'm sorry, Hasbro Pulse as well. We got a Knight of Ren, which looks like Noob Saibot.
Speaking of Noob Saibot, did you see that the Storm Collectibles Smoke figure is coming out? Cyborg Smoke.
Oh no, I did see that.
And I was happy until I saw those magic words, event exclusive.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be NYCC.
Yeah, it took me. I still don't have a Noob Saibot, but it took me forever to track down the Smoke and Rain.
We got X-Wing pilot Jake Paul.
Yeah, they've never ever got Mark Hamill's face right to me.
No, they haven't. I think the best one was the Fig Arts outside of Hot Toys, and Hot Toys is still a little off.
Well, you know why, right? Because his face changed between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Even that little Ray right there, her face looks on point.
No, he got in a bad car accident.
Oh, it was a car accident? Yeah, I knew some kind of accident.
Yeah.
I guess this is the chick that's going to be riding with Finn, Zori Bliss. That's her in armor, I guess.
Is this one of the posing ones?
Yeah. Now that X-Wing, that brings back some memories. I love how they even have the Kenner logo on there.
But Zero, do you collect a lot of black figures?
No, I don't. Wait, are you saying Black Series or Black Figures?
Black Series. Because
Okay,
if you're looking, if you wanted to get a 1/12 scale X-Wing, I know a guy.
No, I'm not looking to do that.
Okay, just say.
I used to have the Millennium Falcon as a hand-me-down.
Pose X-Wing here. That's interesting. Like, I like the black and orange X-Wing they gave to him. ATST for the Mandalorian. And we're back to the gold stuff. All right. Well, I mean, the rest of the stuff for Force Friday. Again, a lot of it is kind of like the kiddie stuff. I mean, we'll look at the Star Wars Adventure stuff real quick. Because I kind of like how some of these are stylized. They kind of look like the ones that Matt was picking up, the Disney toy box stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the price point for these, it's supposed to be $9.99.
You know what? That might be Hasbro competing with them.
It may just be them consolidating, because it's the same aesthetic. I mean, It
It's
looks
not
like
as stylized.
it's up there.
Is that soft goods?
No, it looks like soft plastic.
Yeah, that's soft plastic.
Hey, that looks better than he really looks.
Yeah.
Well, not the face. Oh, I'm happy they updated his haircut because that damn afro was pissing me off.
I might have to get Kiera that, Ray.
With the way her hair is, it makes her look like a Monchichi.
Or elf, something.
Yeah.
Monchichi.
Looks like somebody cosplaying Kylo Ren.
I hope these are way cheaper than Black Series.
Well, they're supposed to be $9.99.
We don't even know.
Much
You know
as
the height?
We'll see. What does it say that they're supposed to be? 5-inch.
They have good articulation.
Yeah. And we got the first order driver and shred speeder. That's interesting. In
a
World
driver
War
or a flyer? That looks like a GI Joe vehicle.
It kind of does. First order driver and shred speeder.
Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. They're gonna
Barb.
sneak that out.
She does kind of have Barbie eyes. All right. So that's kind of it for the highlights of Force Friday. I guess, you know, as far as where I'm at on this, I'm gonna go see the movie, but I'm not super hyped for it. I'm more hyped for the Fallen Order game and the Mandalorian.
I'm equally hyped for all three.
I want to see the movie, and the game, is that only online?
No, it's a single player game.
Oh, good.
It's only on Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, good.
I was saying, did you play Titanfall 2?
No.
It's like dirt cheap, like $5 bin cheap. That's got a great single player campaign.
When part 1 came out, I wanted an Xbox for that, but then after a while, I just gave up. My interest went away.
Oh no! I played. See, 1 was online only, and so part 2 actually had a single player campaign.
I thought it was the reverse.
No.
So maybe I might try that.
It's done by the guys who made the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
I stopped after Nintendo 64. I stopped playing first-person games.
See, the Nintendo has just been.
I couldn't get used. For some reason, I couldn't get used to using the PlayStation 2 controllers or PlayStation 3 controllers. No, PlayStation 2 controllers for aiming and strafing and all that. I couldn't get used to it, the way they felt.
The controller hasn't changed since 1996.
Well, the Nintendo 64 had the C buttons.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was using DualShock.
See, I had to learn when I.
The Nintendo controller changes with every system. The PlayStation hasn't changed in almost 20 years.
Actually, I'd argue that between the Wii U and the Switch, the controller hasn't changed much.
Okay, but you look at the difference between the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the N64, then the GameCube, then the Wii,
then the PlayStation controller is the Super Nintendo controller with a couple of extra buttons.
Basically.
Then you should have no problem with it.
But the first one didn't have analog sticks.
So
if I'm cutting out, I'm getting a phone call.
But no, you're not cutting out. But before we wrap up tonight's show, I have a quick discussion. I wanted to talk about the first figure that disappointed you, and that you remember being a disappointment to you and why. I can kick this one off if you guys want to hear mine.
Since ever?
Yeah, like the first time you were excited about getting a figure and you were really, really hyped to get something. And then when you got it, it was a piece of crap.
Oh, I know mine.
Cool.
I had several as a kid.
For me, but like the first one. Because for me, like I was always excited to get toys, and I remember when I got the Toy Biz, the original X-Men line, Sentinel. And that figure was like such a letdown. He was just like a big hollow plastic shell. I was expecting him to be at least like as good as like Krang from the Turtles line, because that Krang was a pretty cool figure for its time. And here he was more like a big plastic shell. You could take the panel and his legs off. He had the only things that moved. He had like 3 points of articulation: his arms and his head. And he just was not really fun to play with the X-Men.
For me, it was He-Man, Ram Man. Ram Man's legs were stuck together. And they were just basically like a spring. And I didn't want him anyway. I wanted He-Man. But I think every relative got me a Ram Man. He must have been shuffling them like crazy. I had like 3 of them.
He had that Lionel Kitty City discount.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing like G1 Ironhide in the chat.
I think
Ratchet, Power Master Prime. Power Master Prime was one of my favorites, though.
Definitely Ratchet tier. My mom took me to the store. She was like, I was good, so I could pick out whatever toy. I pointed at Megatron. She was like, I don't know. I can't remember whether it was because he looked like a gun or because he cost too much. But for some crazy ass reason, I picked Ratchet. I did not know what was wrong with me. Like, I could have picked Mirage or Prowl or anybody, and I picked Ratchet. Then I was like, trying to find ways for him to look right because he didn't have a head. Attaching the trailer to the back.
Joe, you got enthusiastic. What was yours?
So mine, back in the day, there was Bandai came out with this line of Dragon Ball Z figures called the Super Battle Collection.
I remember those. Those were in KB, weren't they?
They were like some of the first actual Dragon Ball Z figures. This is before, who had what was it, Irwin? Ertl. Was that who did the first like American ones?
Yeah.
This was before that. And they were awful. They had like a shoulder joint, so the whole arm would they were like 5 point of articulation. They had it pretty cool gimmick where like the tunic or the gi would split in half and it would be like bare chested underneath. And then
I remember those.
And you could snap it back together, and then like some of them had interchangeable heads for Super Saiyan and all that. But I remember being so hyped for that. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna finally have some decent Dragon Ball toys.
Didn't they all come with weapons too? Like that they weren't supposed to have?
Well, Trunks had the sword, and some of them had energy blast effect. But now they're like a collector thing. Like if I had them still, and I had a bunch of them. That's the thing, is I had a whole bunch of them. And I ended up getting rid of them.
Were they in yellow packaging?
They were in. Oh God, I can't remember what the color of the box was.
Somebody on the syndicate, they posted like they had a whole big collection of Dragon Ball Z toys, like unopened.
They probably would be worth some money now.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm gonna see if
that's kind of like the irony of it, though, right? Is like you were let down by those, and yet for somebody, those were like their whole childhood, and they're like trying to rebuy their childhood.
Yeah, let me show you. This is what they look like.
I rebought my childhood and then sold it.
Yeah.
Here they are here. So like here's like your Goku had like the gi.
I used to work at an Asian import. I used to work at an Asian import store that did anime and stuff like that, and we had all of those.
Oh, no, these aren't the ones that guy
Yeah.
had.
I was
They
thinking
did a
like
lot. Look, they did tons of characters. They did GT. You get Super Saiyan, but look how terrible that looks.
I don't even remember any of those.
I
The other
remember
one,
I remember them in like the EGM magazine. Like, yeah, like they had like a thing where you could like mail away for them.
Mm-hmm. I just would restock the shelves on those things. They moved out.
Yeah.
that Toys R Us.
And I remember thinking at the time like $25 for a figure. Who'd ever pay that? So Dave, do you have one that like sticks out in your mind that was like you were hyped for?
I was very hyped for this, and of course, being me, it's going to be an obscure thing. Captain Power.
Oh,
Captain Power.
The
yeah.
the Sauron figure, which was the big flying giant robot that was like the big evil of that show. Yeah, that toy sucked. It had, you saw this thing. It had these big flying wings. He'd be soaring over, and had this gun that would on the show that would go over his hand to digitize people. Yeah, the toy was like 5 points of articulation and wings that kind of went like that. A single rivet between the two of the wings to kind of make them go apart slightly. The head couldn't look up. It was, and its digitizer was like this was a gun. So it was a 5 point articulation figure. The arm would just go straight up and down.
Yeah, that CG, so primitive.
It was J. Michael Straczynski. It was awesome.
Is this him here? Hold on. Is that it?
Well, that's Captain Power, but the figure was Sauron.
SOAR.
What is it? Oh, my shit's lagging so bad.
OARON.
OARON.
ON. Yep.
That's him there.
Yep.
Well, it looks like he has knees.
He's got elbows and knees.
That's. Yeah, sorry. He had more than 5. He had more. Okay.
Yeah, more than 5 points. At least he had elbows and knees.
True, but that figure. But that was. I was
this
really looking forward to that.
Did not come out of his hand. It looks like it's molded into his hand.
Oh, it came out of his hand. I lost it about 2 days after opening it out of the package.
I remember with my Ninja Turtles, I used to cut my losses with the accessories.
I found that Dragon Ball post.
Okay, good. Sorry, I accidentally refreshed. If you look at that though, compared to the show model, that thing was so much cool. The show model was so much cooler.
It's just interesting, like how CG, like when you look at like old CG, I remember still. It's weird. Like I'll look at something now, I'm like, man, that looks crappy. But part of my brain still thinks of a time when that looked good.
Well, do you have anything that you were disappointed with that you still think is crap, but you never got rid of it? You still have?
That's a good question.
Anything G1? G1 Megatron.
I know I've got something here.
And the G1 Seekers.
G1 Seekers. Oh, my Pretender Starscream.
Mezco Gears of War.
No, from your childhood, not from like you picked up a couple.
Well, no, I didn't pick those up a couple years ago. I picked them up 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
As far as like stuff that I have for my the thing that sucks for me is, or actually, those were NECA Gears of War. Never mind, that was early NECA.
Yeah, early NECA was.
Yeah, their sculpts are pretty bad. I still have them all.
I tagged you guys in that Dragon Ball post. I was talking about what all of Mitten card Dragon Ball Z figures.
I mean, the most disappointing thing that I still have in my collection is this Keith's Fantasy Club Eugen scope.
I had to say this guy right here for me. Because
that's an icon of your desk.
I know.
Can you sit down?
But for a figure, he's crap.
Why don't you just get the Mego?
You know what? I feel like I can have like a nice little like timeline of the advancement of McFarlane, because it's got this, and then I don't have my Saitama here, but then Saitama is like a little upgrade from this, and then now you got these guys. So it's like a nice little history lesson.
If that Picard is McFarlane, I'm shocked that it moves at all.
Yeah, it moves. Not that great. It probably actually moves better than actual life. Patrick Stewart.
Nate wants to know if you ever found that whistle. Or his.
I did. It's in my accessory bin. I found it.
There you go, Nate. Yeah, I really don't. Unfortunately, I don't have anything left from my childhood. Like, unfortunately, my childhood collection got purged, with the exception of.
We all know Michael Bay killed your childhood.
No, that's not it. If I had to say a figure, so the closest thing I have, and again, it's not even from a childhood because I was an adult. I was 21 when I got it. Was MP01, which I'd say is like it's an inferior figure, but it still holds a special place in my heart. But
I'm still looking at mine.
Yeah, if I still had a figure from my childhood that I thought was bad, but I would have kept around, it probably would have been Transmetal 2 Cheetor.
You see my childhood.
And again, even then, I wasn't like really all that. I was still young. I was a
You know what
teenager.
I have Supreme Cheetor still.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That thing is horrible. I need to dig that out for a Thursday review.
I was gonna say, I think of the modern day Transformers, the worst ones were still the Beast Machines.
Yeah, but the hype train around all those, like that was like a time where it was, the infancy of the internet still, and when any news would, and I mean trickle out, we were stupidly excited to get the lowest of low res pictures. It was basically almost like a silhouette with color.
I hated that.
And
every time like somebody would get a picture of a toy, it would be the worst.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, they would have a clear picture. I'm like, y'all had this the whole time. Come on now.
Like Transmetal 2 Dinobot, when all that leaked, I was like, what the hell is this picture? And I'd be like, I have to get the toy. That's the only way I can see it clearly.
Remember all those alternators prototypes?
Yeah.
Like the red Sunstreaker, which turned out to be dead end. People were upset about that because they just knew it was Sunstreaker.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sportismus wants to know, why do you still have that Cheetor? I mean, I think I know.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's just in a box in the basement somewhere.
And then TFM page 101 says, question, if you got a Transformers toy you found disappointing as your first, would it suck you out of the franchise?
No, because all of G1 was disappointing.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, I
My
mean,
very, very first Transformer was Brawn, and then my second was Cosmos.
for
Like, they were fun as the way my brain worked. Then I just looked at them as toys that kind of represented the cartoon.
yeah,
So I liked them as toys, but I didn't like them as representations of what they could do on the show.
We were also like 4 and 5 years old at the time too. We're not
Yeah.
35-plus-year-old man children. Then
yeah, the fiction was what did it, and I hear like Cyberverse is actually getting good, so I want to give it a watch.
Yeah,
But
that second episode, that was kind of brutal on the second season.
I just want to know is if somehow in that show they can give a logical reason why Bumblebee and Cheetor would wear a freaking battleship.
I mean, I have this guy, and I have to admit, it's a fun toy, and it's
What
not
I thought was
it's
cool
not good.
In the third episode, they have Cheetor, Hot Rod, and Bumblebee all in the same place at one time. I'm like, all they needed was hot shot.
Yeah, they'd have the quadfecta.
Mm-hmm. And maybe throw a wheelie in there.
Prime would be sitting there going like, if I throw a grenade in now.
I hate the one thing I hate about that show is I hate the way Optimus talks. He's doing the Michael Bay, Peter Cullen version of Optimus.
We will kill them all.
Where he's not really sounding like he's having a conversation. It just sounds like he's narrating something.
Yeah, I think the best Peter Cullen was Transformers Prime.
Speaking of voices,
Yeah.
did you guys see
I'll
the
give you
big
that.
news this week?
Did we see the what?
The big news this week.
What's the big news?
Amazon Echo customers will soon be able to have Samuel L. Jackson in an option to have a explicit language.
I was about to ask that.
Oh, I've got one in every room in my house, so that's going to happen.
By now,
Why couldn't they get us I'd rather get a Tara Patrick one.
You're going to say, Alexa, please turn on the lights. So you say, turn your motherfucking lights on.
Shut the fuck up. That's what I want.
No, I wanted to say, speak the fuck up louder. We're trying to get your buying habits.
That is a tasty burger.
Well, folks, while we're in the middle of this, I'm going to have to go so I can get that phone call out.
All right. Well, before you go, we'll wrap it up. We'll start with T-Man 978. If you don't know how to Google, where can folks find you?
Pornhub.
On here every
Pornhub.
Thursday, except I think I'm gonna take vacation next Thursday
That's fine.
because I definitely wanted to go to sleep tonight. As people probably saw me yawning all the first hour.
Well, if T-Man's not going to be here, then I ain't going to be here either. Actually, I really probably won't be here because I'm going to be in Chicago for a work thing next week.
Oh.
So I most likely won't be on. So you won't find me here. Dave, how about you? You going to be on here with Zero?
I guess I gotta be. I'm kind of obligated now. I had a work meeting, but I'll do what I can do. So you can catch me on Instagram at TrueStarScreamer, and I guess you'll catch me next week here, exhausted and incoherent. Yes, I'll be the guest.
We're going to need an HR department. People are going to start putting time off request forms in.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And don't forget, countdown to TFCon.
Yeah. Well, As for me, you can find me here just about every Thursday night with this motley crew of gentlemen. Maybe we'll see
Except
about
next
getting
week.
except next week. Now you'll find me here. You know what? Perhaps we'll get a guest for next week. I'll see about getting somebody on. Maybe we'll get internet personality Justin Lynette to liven up the crowd. As for me, you can find me on Facebook as James Jordan. You can find me on Instagram as Extra Zero. You can find me at on Twitter as the Original Zero, and Xbox Live and PlayStation Network as Extra Zero. There's a space between Extra and Zero on Xbox Live. That'll do it for tonight's episode. I want to thank everybody in the chat who participated tonight. TF fan page, again, hope you have a wonderful and a very happy birthday. Our winner for the impromptu giveaway, Night Winging Them. I've got your information, and I passed it along to Joe, so we really hope you enjoy your Thundercracker. Make sure you post some pictures when you get them. Anyway, you've been a great crowd, and we've enjoyed being here tonight. Hope to see you again next week, and everybody have a good one. Peace out.
Advertise Figure X when you get that Thundercracker.
Buy our shirts.
We miss you, Matt.
What's the button?
Does Matt miss